Something got me to thinking, even now, over 2 years after the late great Kevin Samuels left us, you still have women online, even in Kevin Samuels forums, saying that they are glad that he is deceased, which I think is disgusting. I can't think of a single person that I could say that I'm glad that they're deceased. And I had a whole enemy die once, and I didn't even gloat in her death. So that just shows how butthurt a lot of these women are. So with that said, I'm going to use myself as an example. Tommy Sotomayor. When I first heard about him, I was on a predominantly black female website. And I eventually left because there was only a handful of traditional minded and conservative women on that site. And trying to talk to those sisterhood, man-hating women, it was exhausting, so I stepped away for years. And I do go back every now and then, just to read comments, but I don't respond anymore because it's literally a waste of time. So anyway, they introduced me to Tommy Sotomayor. And when I first started hearing his content, this was when he was still on YouTube, so this was a long time ago. I was like, ooh, his content is kind of dangerous. Oh my goodness, he does hate black women and this, that, and the other. But once I was able, and I used to respond to his comments, not all black women. I don't do that anymore. But on anybody's content, because if they're not talking about you, they're not talking about you, which leads me to the reason for this topic. I was able to separate myself from the types of black women he was talking about. So I was able to hear his message a little bit clearer. He was against single motherhood, even though he created 2 single mothers. But that's another topic. But anyway, but it still doesn't negate the fact that he was against single motherhood. He was against ratchetness in the black female community. So, which leads me to come over to Kevin Samuels, because like I said, I'm still seeing messages from women that they're glad that this man is deceased. They are not able to separate themselves from the women that he was talking about. That's the problem. If they can separate themselves from the types of women he was talking about, they could hear his message. But he was talking about them, and they couldn't handle it. They can't handle it. The man is passed on and gone to glory, and they are still triggered within their soul over his content. And I don't understand how they can't comprehend it, that he was trying to be helpful. And I think that even if I were a single woman, I would be receptive to what he was saying. And maybe I wasn't triggered by his content because I am a married woman. So my whole point is, the women who are still triggered by Kevin Samuels, they can't separate themselves from the women that he was talking about. And that's it. That's my topic.